speaker for the night is around. Welcome to all those who are just connecting to the Aspire for Excellence Foundation webinar series. Okay. Okay. Welcome for coming. Please just remember the ground rules, please. As you connect, please, you can put off your videos. Okay, and if as you connect, please remember to mute yourself. Only our speaker for the night is expected to put his video on. Every other person is expected to remove their videos because of bandwidth issues. Okay, thank you. As we get to the end of the year, we decided to do this webinar series, Finishing Strong, Starting Fresh, aligning your life with 2026 agenda. And with us tonight is our speaker, Kenneet Duij, okay, to do this presentation. Maybe you could start, George, to read out the bio for Kenneet Duij. Okay, so over to you, George, please. Thank you very much, George.
Thank you, sir. Sir Kenneet Duij is a distinguished business leader, a sales strategist, and customer experience advocate with over 20 years of proven success across sales, marketing, and business growth roles. He currently serves as the CEO of Just Saves, Nigeria's leading online retailer for fireproof, waterproof, and theft-resistant safes. Under his guidance, the company has become a benchmark for excellence in product quality, operational efficiency, and unmatched customer services. Sir Kenneet is widely respected for his ability to simplify complex business concepts and translate them into actionable strategies that drive revenue and long-term customer loyalty. His approach reflects a rich blend of real-world experience, sharp business acumen, and deep understanding of human behavior.
Think back to the January 2020
mentor and business coach. Sir Kenneet has helped entrepreneurs, professionals, and SMEs sharpen their competitive edge, strengthen their customer service culture, and unlock greater profitability. His teaching style is practical, engaging, and insight-driven, making him a sought-after voice for conferences, workshops, and corporate training sessions. A committed lifelong learner and avid reader, Kenneet draws inspiration from a broad spectrum of disciplines, including leadership, psychology, innovation, and personal development. His thought leadership consistently challenges audiences to elevate their mindset, build stronger businesses, and embrace intentional growth. Whether addressing a room of executives or a hall of emerging entrepreneurs, Sir Kenneet Duij delivers clarity, inspiration, and powerful strategies that move people to action. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome, sir.
All right. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Ken. All right, so I think let's start with the video. Is that okay for everyone? We go now, please. Confirm to me you can hear.
Version of yourself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Full of energy, full of hope. A long list of big goals. Learn a new language. Exercise regularly. Read 50 books. Start a business. Now, look at today, August 2025. More than half the year is gone. How do you feel? If you're like most of us, that list of goals is probably lost in a fog of forgotten dreams, replaced by a mild sense of disappointment. A nagging voice whispers in our mind, well, this year is a bust. No point now. Better to just wait for next January. Today, we're going to silence that voice for good. We're going to show you that this way of thinking is a dangerous mental trap, and that the remaining months of the year are not only useful, they can become the most important and effective days of your entire 2025. The mental trap, the all-or-nothing fallacy. This feeling of "it's too late" is a famous cognitive bias called the all or nothing fallacy. Our brain loves clean, perfect starts. The first of the week, the first of the month, and of course, the first of the year. When we make a perfect plan in January and deviate even slightly in February or March, our brain considers the entire Project 2025 to be contaminated and a failure. As a result, it prefers to abandon it completely and wait for the next clean slate in January 2026. This is exactly what we do with our year. We forget that life isn't a sprint, but a series of new opportunities. And right now, an incredible opportunity is right in front of us. The Big Reframe, a new season called the 100-Day Sprint. Let's stop looking at the rest of 2025 as the end of a failed year. Let's see it as the start of a brand new season. We're calling this new season the 100-Day Sprint. A year is like a 4-quarter game. Even if you played badly in the first 3 quarters, you can still win the game in the 4th quarter and completely change the outcome. The next 100 days are the 4th quarter of your year. Our goal isn't to salvage the year anymore. Our goal is to win this final season. The power of a 100-day sprint is in its focus and intensity. No more scattered long-term goals. It's time for a calculated, powerful move. The practical action plan. How to run your sprint. So how do we do this? Here is a 4-step action plan. Step 1, hold a funeral for your old goals. Yes, you heard that right. Find that long list of January goals, look at it, and then officially let it go. By doing this, you're signaling to your brain that the previous season is over and you no longer feel guilty for not achieving them. Step 2, choose just one keystone goal. For a sprint, focus is everything. Ask yourself, if I could accomplish just one thing by the end of the year that would make me feel like this year was a massive success, what would it be? Just one. Maybe a second, smaller goal if you're ambitious. Step 3, break your goal into tiny pieces. Now break that 100-day goal into monthly, weekly, and daily units. If your goal is to write 50 pages, that's about 1 page every 2 days. If your goal is 20 workout sessions, that's about 2 sessions a week. Make it so small that not doing it is harder than doing it. Step 4, track your progress physically. Buy a simple wall calendar. Every day that you do your small task for your goal, draw a big, satisfying red X on that day. Seeing the chain of these X's creates incredible motivation and momentum to continue. Conclusion. Finish strong. Remember, at the end of your life, no one will ask you how you started the year 2025. What remains in their minds, and more importantly, in your own mind, is how you finished it. More important than the goal itself is the person you become during these 100 days. You are building the identity of a finisher, someone who, when they fall, gets back up and continues stronger than before. That identity will be your greatest achievement from this sprint. So, what goal will you choose for your 100-day sprint? Declare it in the comments below, and let's finish 2025 strong together.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so over to you now, Ken. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michael, and thank you for the sterling introduction done earlier. I want to say it's a fantastic opportunity to be here, and I'm really grateful that there are people to share a couple of insights with that will help them finish 2025 strong. And of course, this strength and renewed focus and determination will definitely spill over into 2026. So I've set up my presentation. I hope everybody can see my screen, and I hope
Yes,
everybody can hear me.
see.
Okay.
Yes,
so
I can hear. Yes, I can see.
Great. I want to welcome everyone and thank you so much for coming, for spending time with us today. So the brief was to talk about finishing strong and starting afresh. and how to put ourselves in pole position, in perfect position to make 2026 a success. So I just played that video for you because I wanted you to get an all-round pictorial representation of something that you remember, even if you forget the points in the presentation. But that video explains it succinctly how one should end the year as a springboard for the beginning of a new year. But perhaps before we go far, I should ask, how has your 2025 been? How has it been so far? You obviously set some goals at the beginning of the year. How has it been? I'm sure it's not all doom and gloom. It's not possible that you didn't achieve anything. I'm sure you've achieved a few goals here and there. And as I prepared for this presentation, I thought about my goals, and I saw that I didn't achieve everything that I set out to achieve, but I did make some progress. And even along the line, some goals changed. Some things I wanted to do, I ended up not doing, and some things I didn't think at the beginning of the year I was going to do, I'm now doing. So things have definitely happened, and I want you to give yourself a big pat on the back. Congratulate yourself. If you can high five yourself, because that's the fact that you're still standing, you're here today, you're making progress, you're willing to learn, is in itself a remarkable achievement. So don't look down on your achievements, or don't look down that you're not where you may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. So I want to congratulate you for that. So to finish strong in 2025, we've got 45 days. I know that video talked about 100 days, but we have 45 days. We have exactly 45 days from today till the end of the year. And that 45 days is an opportunity to renew your focus, your energy, and your faith, because you are going to turn the next 45 days around. The beauty of this presentation is that this 45 days is another morning, is another beginning. As you saw from the video, we all want to start on the 1st of the year or the 1st of the month. But now we have 45 days. So we have day 1 to day 45. A lot can still be achieved if you want to finish strong in 2025. It's not impossible. You can still attain that big goal. So it's important to know that the way you finish one season determines how you start the next. The difference between those who hit 2026 running and running fast is the way, one of the things that differentiates us is the way we finished the previous year. A lot of people are preparing, they've already given up on 2025. So they're thinking there's nothing that can come out of this year again. Let me just wait for 2026. And they drop their energy levels, they drop their faith and their passions, they set new goals, and then they start running with passion and energy. But the person who finishes 2025 the right way will be energized already to zoom through to make a success of 2026. So it's important that you finish the year strongly. And that video showed you gave you a couple of guidelines that would help you. It says reduce your goals to one goal. It said break things into little pieces. You know, he talked about running, and it's very, very important. So see this next 45 days as something as if it's another year. See the next 45 days as if it's another 365 days. I hope you understand what I mean. See that there's another 365, another opportunity to present yourself to achieve one thing and one thing only. This next 45 days. So why is it important to finish strong? The last 45 days are leverage points. They're not leftovers. A leverage is a springboard to achievement in 2026. How you end the year matters. How you finish determines how you start. And the momentum you build now will fuel 2026. What happens to many of us, we start the year, and usually between February and March, and please, if you agree with me, wave your hands in the comments. You start January, you've written the goals, by February and March, you are struggling. And most times by April, you've forgotten the goals, you threw the paper away. And it's when it comes to December, you find them again to see whether you did anything. This happens to many, many people. But if you end the year of 2025 well, the momentum will build. You will be energized because in the next 45 days, you can achieve something. And achievement fuels energy and passion and belief. The more you can believe you can achieve something, it affects your performance. It affects your confidence. It affects your mood. It affects your momentum. It affects every area of your life. That's why this is the difference. In the past, we just set goals. and we wait for the end of the year, we review, and we start a new set of goals. Now, in between the year, we're reviewing at the end of the year, and we're now building momentum towards a grand finale, like a sprint. I mean, sorry, like a marathon. If you watch marathons a lot, you see the racers, you see the athletes. What do? The last lap. It's a 10,000 marathon. The last lap, all the reserves of energy, all the power, all the passion, all the drive is now in that last moment. They start sprinting for the finish line. It means that momentum. Yes, you've run a 10,000-meter race or a marathon, and you run and run and run for minutes. But at the last point, you're expected to forget. You forget how the beginning was. You forget the speed. You put in everything to get to that finish line on time. That's momentum. So how you finish will determine how you start. And that's why this presentation is very, very important to us. We are doing something differently. You know, the definition of insanity is when you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. Every year we have just set goals, and at the end of the year we've reviewed and set another set of goals. But now we're not just doing that. Now we have set goals, and now we are setting a new one goal, and we're going to run for the next 45 days and see how we make a success of it. Believing that definitely 2026 will be different from the previous years. So, in this time and season, as you prepare for the next 45 days that are pivotal, that are important to your success, growth, and continued development, you need to reflect. How has 2025 been? Reflecting with clarity, not condemnation. Don't carry a stick and beat yourself. Yes, you set 10 goals, and at the moment you may not have achieved any. This is not the time to beat yourself. But like I said earlier, you may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. You must have made some progress, some way or another. So ask yourself, what worked? What didn't work? What did I learn? You see, reflection turns experience into wisdom. It's time to think again. How has the year been? How did things shape up? Oh, I wanted to make 100 million. I only made 25 million. What did I learn? What made it impossible for me to achieve my goal? Oh, I wanted to read 50 books and I only read 5. What went wrong? 50 books is not impossible. 50 books is not special. 100 million is not special. People are doing it. But what went wrong? Perhaps I need to tweak a couple of areas, and that's the power of reflection. Successful people must constantly reflect. They must constantly reflect and evaluate performance. So it's very, very important. If you want to use the next 45 days, what do you want to go after? Reflect, think, strategize, plan. All the positive words to make the next 45 days a success. We are going after one thing. Please remember, I'm not saying 5 goals. Just pick one goal that you want to achieve in the next 45 days and then run. So you have to redefine what it means to finish strong. One meaningful goal to complete, and you need to complete the right things, not everything. You need to complete the right things, not everything. And we talk always about the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Somebody said if one is doing things right and doing the right things, this is the time to do the right things. You want to focus on one goal. And you see, focus beats frenzy. What is frenzy? Going here and going there, doing a little here, this way, running left, running right, running up, running down, and at the end of the day, achieving nothing. But when we have a focus, when we have a target, when we have something we are working towards, when we have one goal, this is the one goal season. When we have one goal, all activities are channeled towards that, making that one goal happen. So you, what does it mean to finish strong? What's that one goal? It may be you want to lose 2 or 3 kg. It could be that. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. It may be you want to get a certification. Like in the example in the presentation, you break your goal into smaller goals. I want to read 3 books. It's not impossible. The 3 books, how many pages are they? Let's say each book is 200 pages. That's 600 pages. So you divide your 600 pages by 45. It means that every day you got to reading something like about 15 pages to be able to meet your goal. 15 pages is not difficult. 15 pages is not impossible. It's not unrealistic if you break your goal and you focus. So you need to redefine what it means to finish strong as you focus on achieving one goal before the end of the year. So you've got 45 days of momentum, right? Christian needs 45 days of momentum. 45 days is enough to build life-changing habits. And I will show you at the end of the presentation what people achieved in 45 days or less. You will be shocked what people have been able to achieve within 45 days or less. I just added that to encourage you. I'm giving you a sneak preview of the last slide, but it will help you. 45 days is enough to build life-changing habits. According to research, according to what I heard and read, doing something consistently for 21 days, after it becomes a habit. So for 45 days is more than 2 times 21 days. So it's more than enough to build life-changing habits. It's enough to drive momentum towards your one goal. Now, this momentum must be focused and channeled. So break things into smaller steps. When done daily, each step creates momentum. And there's nothing like the feeling of doing things daily towards your goal. Doing things daily towards your goal. And I look back on 2025 and I said to myself, I had 2 or 3 things that I felt I did really, really well. One was in my business. I saw my numbers grow by more than 50% than the previous year. And even in spiritual goals, we took up a reading plan and we really sat down to read the Bible daily. You know, we're reading 1 chapter daily. We said, okay, we're going to read the New Testament. And we started reading the New Testament 1 chapter a day. 1 chapter a day. And I can tell you by the time we got to September or thereabouts, we had finished reading the entire New Testament, and we're going back. Now, we're now reading Psalms. Sorry, my screen just, sorry. So there's nothing that you can't achieve if, you break things into a series of smaller steps. I'm not a Bible scholar, but to me it was a great achievement because I'd never done it before, to sit down with the entire New Testament in a year. And to me, that was a special goal. So break things into little parts. Start small. Yes, some people say, want to read the Bible, I want to read 15 chapters a day. It was not realistic. 1 chapter a day is very realistic to achieve a reasonable goal. So that we have the whole of the New Testament covered. So break things into small steps. Build momentum. Do something daily that takes you closer to your goal. Do something daily. Every day, little steps, take it to your goal. So we've got 45 days to do something. And I'm looking forward to, at the end of this year, hearing your testimonies, liaising with Mike to hear what tremendous achievements you guys have made as you take these sessions very, very seriously. So everything boils down to passion. Yes, we talk about passion as important, but then passion cannot work in isolation. It says passion fades when purpose is forgotten. Why do you do what you want to do? Why do you want to be a billionaire? Why do you want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro? Why do you want to lose 10 kg? Why do you want to read 50 books? Why do you want to learn a new language? Why do you want to travel? So the why is very, very important. Passion is good, but why also fuels passion and achievement. So in this next 45 days, as you reflect, and I'm saying this reflection starts today, you don't need to spend the whole day reflecting. Set a goal and remind yourself of your why. Why do I want X? You want to be a billionaire? Why? Do you want to be a billionaire to impress others? Or the power and the benefits and the opportunities that a lot of money can bring your way towards helping your community, helping your people, serving your God? You've got to have the right why. So passion fades when purpose is forgotten. Why do you want to start this dream? Who benefits when you succeed? Are you planning to be rich to impress or to oppress? No. We are not. Being rich is not meant to impress and oppress. I give you an example of a friend of mine who spent a few days with Aliko Dangote, a classmate of ours. And he sent a post on social media. He said, look, I've been with this man for 3 days. And this man, he repeats clothes. He said this man repeats clothes. He doesn't have any designer. I thought he would have designer this, designer that. He even took a picture of Aliko Dangote using his phone. It was not what's it called? It was not a fold. It was not what's the other one? It was not a flip or a fold or an iPhone. It just looked like an Android, but not the latest one. Okay, so what is it all about? Who benefits when Aliko succeeds at the moment? What is his why? Last week Aliko was in Zimbabwe, or this year was in Zimbabwe, or this week signed a $1 billion contract in Zimbabwe. We don't know Aliko has businesses in over 13 to 14 African countries. He has all the presidents on dial. And I know that some other presidents are begging him to come and do something in their country. He's in Zimbabwe, $1 billion investment. So I only use that as an example. There's a why behind it. Surely it's not because Aliko wants to flex, like people say these days. He's not there to flex. He's a simple guy using an old phone and repeating cloth. So it's not because of flexing to tell people that he's put a $20 billion investment in a country that everybody's running away from. That takes guts and determination. Everybody's running, or let me not say everybody, people are running, these guys putting $20 billion into that country. The purpose behind it. There's a vision, there's an energy, there's a drive. So get your priorities right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Get your priorities right. With the right purpose, even though you are deterred. And if you use Aliko as an example, he's fighting a war he has never won before in his life. He's fighting a war against people that are powerful. For example, if you follow the news, the subsidy that was put on the surcharge that was put on petrol, 15%, Michael knows this very well. They removed it. They said any imported fuel will have 50% surcharge. But now they removed it. The policy didn't last 1 month. They removed it. They cancelled it. So all these are competitions. He comes out with the price of fuel. He's not a saint. I'm not saying he's a perfect man. But you see, he's fighting forces. But he's persistent. He's persistent, not just because he puts $20 billion down, but he has a why. And that's what we can learn from him. He has a purpose on this thing. So it's important to have it. Reconnect with your why. Because deterrence will come, distractions will come, discouragement will come. But because you know why you're doing what you're doing, you'll be persistent. You will stand it out. You hang in there, and you will definitely achieve the desired outcome. So declutter for growth. You know, a lot of distractions. This world is full of distractions. I'm sorry. I know that I'm not too old, but I know that you guys who are coming up, younger people, you are trying. There's so much. When I went to school, there were no cell phones. There was no internet. There was no laptop. Everybody had in one. We generally just read our books and went to the library and tried our best. I remember those days you wanted to call your parents, you just prayed that they are home because you have to go to the call center, you call, and if your father is not at home, you just have to drop a message. And you may not be able to get the message, you may not get the message. You know, the person who received it might forget. But today, yes, so many distractions, so many things are competing with your time. And I know there have been a lot of advantages because now younger people can achieve things faster. You know, you can start remote work, you can make money online, you can create content, but there's a lot of distractions, and those distractions bring a lot of clutter. They bring a lot of clutter and they cause you to lose focus. So it's important you clear your clutter. What's holding you back? Is it how you grew up? Is it somebody that said something? Is it somebody that hurt you? You need to clear your clutter. It's very important. You need to focus on keeping things simple. And then what we used to call it, you need to major on the majors, not major on the minors. For example, if you are still carrying the hurts of 10, 15, 5 years ago, it might be holding you back. Or what somebody said, it still affects you. Clear clutter. You know, let go of guilt, resentment, and perfectionism. Some people are waiting for perfect conditions. There's even biblical. It says, who observes the wind will not sow, or something like that. I stand corrected. Perfectionism is also a problem. You want everything to perfect conditions. There's nothing like perfect conditions. So things like guilt, resentment, fear, animosities, malice, envy, it could be holding you back. So declutter for growth. Take those things away and focus. A clean, clear mind, free of distractions and, you know, all sorts of challenges, is free to run. You know what they call emotionless baggage. People carrying baggage around. You know, they did this to me 25 years ago. Oh, my parents were this and that. what my father didn't have, and our neighbor frustrated us, and I'm going to show him one day, and my success is built around showing my neighbor. I'm going to find them and deal with them. No, 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 no. Clutter. All these things don't help for you to achieve your goals. So declutter. Take some time out to declutter. Clear out any weights you will carry. Even the Bible says, lay aside every weight and the things that hold you back. Lay aside every weight. Things that are trying to hold you back, stop you, hinder you from going forward. Deal with them. At every point in time, declutter, for growth. There are weights. And if there are weights and you're trying to swim and they put a drum full of cement on your tied to your legs, no matter your best intentions, what will happen? You're going to sink. No matter if you know how to swim, you're going to sink. If they put a 100 kg drum of cement and tied it to your leg, even if your hands are free, unless you remove that weight, you will eventually sink. Your efforts will struggle and struggle and struggle, and you will drown. So declutter. Let go of guilt, resentment, and perfectionism on your road to success within the next 45 days. Succeeding in one goal only. Okay? So celebrate progress, not perfection. It's important to keep things. An attitude of gratitude can never make you can never go wrong with an attitude of gratitude. Everything that you have, everything that you've achieved, everything that you're currently doing, you're either been given. You've been given an opportunity, you've been given a blessing, you've been given health, you've been given grace, you've been given love, joy, everything has been given. So it's important to have that attitude of gratitude, because gratitude turns progress into power. A thankful person usually goes far, far, far. A thankful person, and again, it's biblical. We see in the Bible when the 10 lepers, 9 went away. Only one came back to thank God. And the Lord Jesus Christ said he was made whole. There was a difference. His own healing was at another level compared to theirs because of an attitude of gratitude. So gratitude is important. Celebrate progress. Every small win, recognize. I know it's difficult to celebrate because people tell you, what am I celebrating? But every small win is some celebrating your own way. You don't have to throw a party. Or buy yourself a bottle of water or something. Or buy yourself a cake. Or buy some food and eat and just celebrate. Celebrate your progress. End the year with Thanksgiving, not tension. It's another year. It's another year that's coming on the horizon. Another of many more to come by the grace of God. So end the year with Thanksgiving. Encourage that attitude of gratitude. Finishing well includes acknowledging how far you've come. You are not, I say it again, you are not where you used to be. You may not be where you want to be, but you are not where you used to be. Some progress has happened. Celebrate it. You wanted to do 5 kg, you only did half a kg. Celebrate it. You wanted to read 50 books, you only read 3. Celebrate it. It's still an achievement. An attitude of gratitude is very, very important in your quest to achieve and end the year strong as you prepare for 2026. So finish with faith and focus. Trust that your seeds will bear fruit. Every effort is a seed. A seed is what you plant and it grows. You plant 1 or 3 of you plant 3 or 4 seeds of corn. What do you get? You get a cob. A cob alone has about 200, maybe 200 seeds of corn. Just from 3 or 4 seeds, and then you have a plant that produces about maybe 5 or 6 cobs in the planting season. So from 5 seeds, you have already gotten maybe 1,000 seeds. So seeds will bear fruit in time. So finish with faith and focus. Plant. Keep planting seeds. Keep making effort. The seed in this case can be the effort you need to put in. There's nothing that just comes. Nothing just comes. You've got to go and make things happen. You've got to expand your mind. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your dreams. You've got to stay motivated. You've got to stay energized. You've got to stay disciplined. All these work together for your goals. So control what you can and release it. You can't control everything. I can tell you, not everything is under your control. You can't control everything. But control what you can. Whatever is under what you can, identify what you can control. For example, you can't control the economy. You can't control government policy. You can't control inflationary numbers. You can't control whether there will be better management of the economy. But in between that,
in the meeting,
you can work on yourself, work on your product or your service, work on your delivery, work on building relationships with your clients, work on understanding competition, coming up with a strategy, work on being able to convince customers to pay you your rates or pay for your product. And you can still thrive and make a success of this economy. I talk a bit about my business, Just Safes. It's basically an online retail. We sell safes online. But however, we have competition. A lot of people sell safes. And if you're familiar with Lagos, a lot of people that sell safes. But what gives us the edge is that the quality of our range. We ensure that our range has features and benefits to the customer that others don't have. So we added a few features. We have safes, we have fingerprint capability. I can tell you now we are working on a safe. A safe is a box where you keep your valuables. We're working on a safe that has a Wi-Fi capability that anywhere in the world you can use your phone to open your safe. So we're working on that as well. And what gives us the edge is our exceptional customer service. I drive customer service myself. I drive myself to customers. Any customer who's paying for an expensive safe sees me in person. I'm not too big to leave my office and drive to your place. I'm not too big to carry the safe into your house, into your bedroom. I'm not too big to analyze. I'm not too big to analyze I'm not too big to come and talk to you and, stay in your bedroom and analyze the benefits of the safe. And that has given me an edge to my customers. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. So whatever you think it is that can give you an edge, put it in place. You can control the narrative. I control the fact that I can go to customers and I carry safes into their house. Even though I'm a middle-aged man, still young, if I may say so. But I carry the safes into their house. I talk to the customers. I call everybody ma, say sir. It's all part of what I can control. I can control my reaction to the customers. So the customers feel at ease and confident. And when they feel at ease and confident and they juxtapose that with the value of your offering, sooner or later, there is no way you will not succeed. I get the customers and I build a relationship with them and they stay with me for a long time. And that's what's important. So I don't know what your business is. I don't know what your ideas are, but there's always an edge. There's always an edge. There's always an edge that you can put into your business. There's always an edge. So end with faith, focus, and expectation. Faith sustains effort. Stay anchored in hope and excellence. So we have 45 days. Finish with a belief system. Finish with a belief system that there's nothing that you can't achieve. 45 days is indeed enough time to turn your life around, to even turn the world around. It's enough time. You'll be surprised what other people have used 45 days to achieve. You'll be surprised, or even less than 45 days. So finish with faith and focus. So prepare your vision launchpad for 2026. Yeah, it's the end of the year. It's important to review your values and your priorities and to create your vision and your action plan. These are things we've been doing every year. No change. We are going to definitely do that again. It's a tradition. It's a culture that you must continue sustaining at the beginning of every new year. That's your end of new year. So finishing strong sets the foundation for a strong start. And remember to set SMART goals and don't have too many goals. Please, SMART goals, specific, measurable, specific, S, M for measurable, I've forgotten A, R for realistic, and T for time bound, A for attainable. A for attainable. So remember to set SMART goals. I don't have too many goals. My rule of thumb is you don't have more than 5 goals. At most 7 goals for a year. It's enough. It's a lot to run after 5 or 7 different things in 1 year. So you don't have more than 5 goals if you can. And this can cut across financial goals, spiritual goals, academic goals, relationship goals, educational goals, all this. It will cut across. You're not going to have more than 5 or maybe at most 7. So you can be able to manage them as much as possible. So, final call to action. You have 45 days. These 45 days, you can't not to chase everything, but to align with what truly matters. What really matters to you? You have 45 days. What is that one thing? As we saw from the video, what is that one thing that you can do you can pursue with all of your passion, energy, and purpose, persistence, and determination. And with that, you can cross the finish line of 2025 saying, I used the last few days to come up with something. And 45 days is not a short time. It is not a short time. Great things can happen in less than 45 days. So reflect deeply, refocus intentionally, and realign yourself spiritually. Okay? Realign yourself spiritually. So finish 2025 strong and start 2026 fresh. If you run the next 45 days, I guarantee you that it will be a huge springboard into 2026. And that's what's really, really important, so that you can make a success of the year. So in conclusion, I added an extra slide because I want to ginger you. I don't want it to be, you just hear a lot of stuff, or as they say in Hausa, Turenchi. This Kenneet is here again. He's talking Turenchi. What can you achieve in 45 days? I want you to think big. So I decided to come up with this slide, and I went online to ask. And here are a couple of examples. Number one, in 2018, Tesla. Tesla is the company owned by Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. Tesla produces electric vehicles. Tesla was facing a huge production delay. Vehicles production in abroad is organized. There's a timeline to produce your vehicles, and they were facing huge delays. And what did Elon Musk and Tesla do? They built a fully functional vehicle assembly line under a massive tent in less than 45 days. For those of us with an engineering background, and Michael will understand, you know what it means to assemble a vehicle, the parts. You need to assemble the shocks, the springs, the tires. You understand, the steering column, the chairs, the electrical. These guys built a fully functional vehicle assembly line in less than 45 days. That is remarkable. In less than 45 days, they had this done. But what else do we have on in the presentation slide? In 1945, the Allied forces, if you know a bit about the history of World War II, the Allied forces planned, coordinated, and executed Operation Overlord, what we call D-Day, the largest amphibious invasion in history, in roughly 45 days. They had an operation to attack and defeat Hitler and the Germans, and this operation was called D-Day. And for that operation, 156,000 troops were involved, 7,000 ships, and 10,000 aircraft. And that changed the course of World War II. Imagine that in less than 45 days, in 1945, when there was no technology, when there was no, they planned and executed an operation that turned the course of history in less than 45 days. So if you think about what you want to achieve, I'm sure the scale of what you want to achieve as an individual, nothing can compare to that in terms of resources. Or look at the Chinese. In 2020, the Chinese built a 1,000-bed hospital. 2020 was the year of COVID. The Chinese built a 1,000-bed hospital from scratch to contain the COVID-19 outbreak in 10 days. In 10 days, a 1,000-bed hospital was built. They used over 7,500 workers, 200 heavy machines, and 24-hour shifts. Man, that is a remarkable achievement. A 1,000-bed hospital. I don't think there's any hospital in Nigeria that has 500 beds. I can't give you any examples. But these guys built a 1,000-bed hospital from scratch in 10 days. Wow, I don't know if you're thinking like I'm thinking, just picture it. In 10 days, the hospital from ground to the top was built in 10 days. They worked 24 hours round the clock. Or look at 1983, Microsoft's first version of Windows. We all know what Windows is. We all have computers. Windows is perhaps the most influential operating system. But the first prototype was built and designed within 42 days. The prototype that took the computer industry, that took the world by storm. Microsoft is one of the products that took the world by storm. It changed, completely revolutionized how we do business. It took computing from being a big mainframe, huge computer in a computer contained in the whole room, to what you have at your desk today that we're using for this presentation. Microsoft completely changed it, and that product was designed and built within 42 days. So my point to you is, if great things can be achieved in shorter times than what we have left in 2025, then nothing limits you. I don't mean to harass you, but your goals, whatever you want to achieve, may not compare to some of these things. But it's just to share with you the possibilities that are out there. Of course, you're not fighting a war, you're not invading Germany, you're not fighting a world war, you're not containing a virus. But if that can be done, you may not be building a product that wants to dominate the world, but if it can be done in 42 days or in 10 days or in 45 days, like Tesla did, in less than 45 days to build on the production line, surely your goal, surely this one goal you want to achieve is not impossible that you can achieve it. And I challenge you to be the best of yourself. I challenge you to build with nothing limiting you. I challenge you to think that there's nothing that you can't achieve if you work consistently towards your goal. And I'm looking forward to hearing that you use the next 45 days to achieve something tangible within your sphere of control and what you want to achieve. So I want to thank you so much for the time spent, and I'm ready to take your questions. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much. Can we please appreciate, at least digitally, our speaker for the night? Thank you so much.
Thank
You
you.
give so much hope. You give so much hope. Thank you
Thank
so much.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, it's back to question and answers. Okay. And with the example you showed at the end of things that have been done with Tesla, with the D-Day, with the Chinese building at a hospital in less than 10 days. Wow. Thank you so much. You give so much hope. You give so much hope. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate everyone.
Let's see if we have some hands up. You have one hand up. Gift Ebenezer. Okay, Gift, please, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, the presenter, and good evening, everybody. Yeah, can I be heard, please?
Yes.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
We can hear you.
Yeah, so I also want to thank Mr. Peter for inviting me for this event. I was not aware of it before, so I think it's a good one that I'm here. So straight to my question, looking at the drawing challenge from the very last slide of feats that were achieved in less than 45 days. I'm one person I'm actually building a brand in tech, a cybersecurity solution actually. So that was one of my goals for the year, and also I had plans to, at least by now, would have maybe kicked off as a brand and all of that. But I have faced numerous challenges in terms of maybe the funding and stuff like that. So I don't know. Is it something, I don't know if there is something I don't know. I know there are maybe platform or people who assist out there, but I just thought to bring this up here so that probably I can get a proper guide on how to make my idea become a reality. Thank you.
Okay. Gift, can you hear me? Thank you for your question. My suggestion would be that people's secrets are in their stories. If I was in your position, I'd look for books and materials about others who have done what I want to do, and I'll go and get those books and read and try to to implement some of the things. Because if another person has done there's nothing new under the sun. Principally, there's nothing new under the sun. So if somebody has what you want to do, somebody else has done it. If not in Nigeria, he has done it somewhere else, and he or she may have documented their challenges and their trials and their successes. So I just gotta get a book or a material and I read, and I can just implement. I just follow their blueprints and try to see if it can work. Or alternatively, I'll try to reach out to them because people are willing to share, people are willing to support. So setting up, building a brand is not it's not rocket science, as we say. Something that others will have done it. So just find out, get a good book, read, and just apply what can work. And take note that not everything can work here. If you're reading a book from somebody, like if you come to my study now, I have over 400 books right here where I am. But not every book, many are written by foreigners. But now, of late, I decided to buy books written by Nigerian CEOs to try to understand the market better. So that here is a good opportunity for you. So just get materials and then it will guide you. Okay? Did that help?
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let me check the chat box. Okay, there is no question in the chat box. Does anyone have a question? If you could just raise up your hand and then we will call you, please. I can't see any hand up at the moment. Let me check. No, I can't see any hand up. Or if you want to ask a question, if you want to appreciate the speaker. Okay, I have two hands up. Let me start in the order in which they come. The first hand is Peter. Peter, please. Thank you for your question. Then we'll take the second.
Thank you so much. Please confirm you can hear me, please.
Yes, I can. Good evening, Peter. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your wonderful presentation this evening. Just to ask, for the benefits of, because I invited a lot of these youths who are under my my oversight and over my mentorship, I wanted them to, what practical steps would you suggest that they actually define or execute towards setting goals that are actually specific, that are smart, that are achievable, that are also they can achieve? I mean, you've talked about breaking it into steps, but what practical steps would you give to them so that as the new year approaches, they can, against the backdrop of how they set goals and how they fared in 2025, what insights should they begin to actually have towards building and setting up goals for 2026? Just like you said, the year's around the corner. While we take stock of this outgoing, we need to also begin to put things in perspective towards the new year so that they can, at least they step into an already organized, already goal set year 2026. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Peter, that's a great question. Thank you. Well, the first thing I would say is that we had the privilege. This is I think my second or third session in November. I handled the same type of session last year. We had an excellent presentation on, setting goals for the next year. So we had this presentation in 2024 to set goals for 2025. I know that the session was recorded. Mike, am I right? I think it was recorded and the material is still
correct. Correct.
So I would say immediately we finish, you can get it across to Mike or his staff. They will send you that presentation. You can watch the video. We had the same session like this, and that we went through all aspects of goal setting, and I provided guidelines. So that will really, really help anyone who's trying to set goals for 2026. But just to add, just to do a quick rundown of SMART, I'll pick one goal, Peter. Let's assume you say your goal for 2026, you want to make 10 billion naira, right? Let's assume you pick that goal. If we use SMART, is it specific? Yeah, 10 million naira aspect sounds specific. S, is it measurable? 10 is a standard measure, it's measurable, but is it attainable? What are you going to do to drive a 10 billion naira return within the next 365 days? I'm just using 10 million naira as an example. Is it realistic for somebody who doesn't have a job to say, okay, I want to do 10 billion naira in 1 year? It's time bound. We are looking at 1 year. So that is, in terms of SMART, that goal is specific and measurable, but it's not attainable and realistic, even though it's also time bound. So what has happened? It's not, that kind of goal should not fly. If somebody who doesn't have a job should be thinking of, okay, in the next 1 year, I could make maybe, let me start with 1 to 5 million. Then that's specific, that's measurable, that's more attainable. If he or she has something that they are gainfully doing. Do you understand me? That's how you, goal setting is about asking yourself questions. Using SMART to check each intention. Using SMART to check each intention to see whether it's going to pass or not. So these are the things, or let's say, for example, I said, okay, I want to be the president of Nigeria by next year. First and foremost, there's no elections next year. Is there? The elections are in 2027. So is that a specific goal? It sounds specific, it's measurable, but is it realistic? Is it attainable? It's not. So each goal must go through the lens of SMART. And as it goes through the lens of SMART, you will now see whether it's something you can use it. Look, there's a difference between goal setting and wishes. I'm just sharing this with you. Get the presentations and the session we did last year. There's a difference between goal setting and wishing. Many people are wishing. We're not talking about wishing here, and we're not. And it's not like there's a place for luck and opportunities, and promotions and help and support by people. But goal setting is not a wishy-washy thing. So we run each goal based on SMART. Like I gave you an example of 2 goals. These 2 goals for somebody who is not doing anything, so someone who is not involved in politics, for example, cannot be. They are not realistic. They're not attainable. To become a billionaire in 1 year, it's not attainable. So especially when you're not doing anything, you have not built anything, you have no structure, no foundation. So this is my point. So every goal runs through SMART, and with SMART is your key. You run all your goals through SMART, you can tell, this is not realistic. I shouldn't run after this. I will only get frustrated. So with this insight and what you get from the presentations, I'm sure your young people will be able to receive something that will help them. And of course, get a good book on goal setting. Today, now there are books, anything you want. You can even go online. You can even ask ChatGPT. There was no ChatGPT or Gemini during my time. I just asked ChatGPT. I want to understand goal setting. I want to set some goals for myself. I'm 25 years old. What do you think? ChatGPT will give you some guidance. So there's a lot of tools you can use. I hope that helps you, Peter. Thank you for your question.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Ken. I appreciate that.
So over to Stella.
Okay. Just before Stella comes, if you look at the chat box, okay, you would see the YouTube channel there. We upload past videos. The video he was talking about is in the YouTube. It should be in the YouTube channel because every month we upload. So please click on the YouTube channel link and try to find the November 2024 presentation. You would be able to get that. And also, please, if you want to join the WhatsApp group, click on the WhatsApp group, okay? The link that is also in the chat box. You will join. We're going to share this material and other links, okay? And finally, there is someone who suggested something for Gift Ebenezer. He said, I would suggest that Gift looks for a mentor who has done what he wants to do. Our speaker also said this, and shares his ideas with him for idea validation. Idea validation is important to verify the workability of that idea. So this is for you, Gift Ebenezer. Thank you. So let's go to the next question.
Okay.
Okay, the next question is supposed to be from Pastor Stella Chikwere. I think I saw her hand up. Yeah, thank you, madam.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Uncle Ken. Thank you, everyone. It's been an inspiring and exciting moment. I hope we can hear me.
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I would say I'm fired up. I would say I'm gingered. I would say I'm reinvigorated to push on. I was actually almost abandoning something because I felt the year has come to an end. Why don't you shift it to next year? But that is one goal I must achieve in the next 45 days. So I want to say, I want to say thank you And then the question the young man asked, and you answered about, how to carry others along in this goal setting. I also will go back to that November last year topic to get more. I want to encourage everybody. It's never too late to start, and you're never too old to do something new. Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
Thank you, madam. It's a pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you so much, madam. That's obviously Stella. Thank you. The November link. Okay, the links are not clickable, right? Because the link is in the chat box, the one for November. I don't know if you. Okay, I'm trying to click it, and I can go there.
I clicked on mine. It went there.
Yes, I clicked on mine too. It went. Okay, so I don't know who is saying this, but I'm already there.
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I can share for those who would pop up. Okay, let me try to share, and let's see. Okay, just a moment, please.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Confirm you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so you see when you click on this, you can see that. Okay, I don't know if you can.
Yes, mine opened here.
Okay.
It works.
All right, I have just stopped it. It's just to show that it's possible. So please click on the link. The link is opening. Okay, we have like 3 people who have confirmed that the link is opening. Okay. So you can go, you can check it out. Okay, let me check if there are any other questions. If not, it will be a good spot to say a good thank you to everyone who have had some time to come here. Any other question? It doesn't appear that there is any other question for tonight. Okay, once again, we want to thank our speaker. Okay, there is a question. What's the YouTube channel name? It's on, okay. If you look at, can you help Kenneet Digital, please? Okay. It's called Aspire for Excellence Foundation. Okay, you just go there. I've put it again for you here. So just go there, you will see it. Okay, I've just put it now. Okay, thank you. All right, once again, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who have taken some time to come. This talk tonight is really inspirational, and like has been said, I think it fires us up to not to lose sight of our goals and to believe that it is still possible. We've seen what others have done in 45 days. Just to wrap it up, it says, as much as possible, focus on one goal, one high impact goal, and try to break it into short, small, manageable parts, and also be persistent about it. Okay, it mustn't be everything you intended to achieve at the beginning of the year, but just one high impact one, and see how you can finish the year strong with that high impact value goal that you have. Something else the speaker talks about is focus. Okay, focus, finishing with faith, finishing with focus, and also preparing also for next year. Next year is just by the corner. You don't prepare for war in times of war, you prepare for war in times of peace. So now is the time to take a retreat. If you've not been considering taking a retreat, take a retreat. 1 day, 2 days, it could be just a weekend, okay, to prepare, plan your next year right from now, and that way it will help you. On behalf of Aspire for Excellence Foundation, I want to thank Kenneet Duij, my friend who I have known for more than 40 years. Okay, so thank you very much, Ken. Thank you very much for coming. And I also want to thank every one of you who took out time to come tonight. Thank you, Adeoye Yomi. Thank you, Adeyemi and Imbokon. Andre Isong, thank you. Belema, thank you. Chima Faith, thank you. Christiantus, merci d'être ici. Shukuma Victor, thank you so much. Dandis Nwami, thank you. Daniel Onribo, thank you so much. David Praise, thank you. Emmanuel Sule, thank you. Emmanuel Ludo, thank you. Robon, thank you. Eugene Amechina, thanks for coming. Lotana, thank you. Ganobi, thanks. George, thank you. Gift Ebenezer, thank you for coming. Godson Oluwashem, thank you. Godson Wobo, wonderful, thank you for coming. Idowu Cornelius, it's a long time, thank you. This is Ifechuku Adieze. Prof, thank you very much. Ife Kudu Arinze, thank you. Ife Otodo, thank you. John Eziuka, all the way from Canada, thank you. Joy Edo, thank you. Ken, thank you. Kenneet Digital, thank you. Michael Nwo Akeze, thank you. Naomi Babe, okay. Adamu, another friend I've known for 40 years. Thank you so much for coming, Adamu Usman. Ore Olua, thank you so much. Oyetunde Adeniro, the pastor, thank you, sir. Peter Agunu, thank you. Prince Igodalo Isaac Aibokie. I've called all of you, all the names I know. Thank you. Rosemary, thank you. Pastor Mrs. Stella Chikwere, thank you. Uche Nebulefo, wow, thank you for coming tonight. And finally, Uju Nwafo, thank you all for coming. God bless you. Have a fruitful year. Finish the year strong. And I pray you start 2026. For next month, we will be having a topic on the new tax laws and how it affects you. From 1st of January, there will be a new tax law. We are getting a specialist in tax, somebody who heads tax. So he will be considering how does tax affect individuals and how it affects businesses. Many people do not know that from 1st of January next year, the laws of tax in Nigeria will change. Okay? So you need to know how this tax will affect you and how it will affect others. Some people will no longer be paying tax. Some will be paying even more tax. So please, if you want to be added to the WhatsApp group, go and click the WhatsApp link. There is a WhatsApp link in the chat box. There is a WhatsApp link in the chat box, okay? So go, please click it and you will be added, okay? But I can add this again. This is it over here. It is here. Click on it, you will be added. So please, if you want to know how tax will affect you next year and also affect your business if you're into business, connect in December and let's grow together. God bless you all. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Over and out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you
all.
so much. Okay, good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you all. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.